4 months ago, I hated making my bed. Now, I do it every single day, and it completely changed how I manage everything else in my day. Here's what happened. My stepdad noticed that I would complain about everything. Taking out the trash, I'd complain. Doing dishes, I'd complain. Even the smallest and tiniest tasks that he wanted me to do, I would complain about it. So he gave me this one simple but very hard rule for me to do. Make your bed every single morning. And I hated it. I had never fixed my bed before in my life. And now I have to do it every single morning. When I feel like a zombie and I have to quickly get to work. How crazy is that? You're tumbling around and you're feeling around where am I? Coming home to an unmade bed just was normal for me. I absolutely did not want to do it, by the way. Let me tell you right now, the first week was miserable. I would wake up, look at my bed, and just think to myself, why am I doing this, man? This is so stupid. No one's going to see this. But I had to do it because my stepdad was going to notice. And something weird started happening. When I'd finish making my bed, I would feel this tiny little sense of accomplishment. I'd just woken up and I'd already done something pretty good with my day. And, that feeling was really good. And then when I actually was going through my day, going through the motions, and I'd encounter something difficult or annoying, I would just think to myself, well, I'd already made my bed. How hard could this possibly be? Tasks started feeling easier. It's not that they were actually easier, but it's because I had already accomplished something in my day to get it done. For the first week, I treated it like a chore. I didn't want to do it, and I just hated the thought of doing it every single morning. But as time went on, I would be sitting on my bed. Why is my bed made, but the rest of my room was a disaster? I'd look at my floor and there was old water bottles on it. Ugh! And I'd look at my desk with crusty old dishes from whenever I would game with my friends. And then I'd look at my dresser, the place where I keep all of my belongings for the next day, where I just grab. It was just all over the place, falling over and hidden underneath hats and freaking pieces of trash that I picked up for no reason or I left there. The bed actually outshined the rest of it. So then I'd clean up everything else in the room. And then suddenly I had a clean room. It wasn't even something that I planned. It just kind of happened. And it transformed from this place that I just sleep and do my homework in to somewhere that I lived in, that I felt comfortable in, that I could be excited coming back home and see my bed was made. How awesome was that? And that was an amazing feeling for me. And it just became part of my lifestyle. It became something that I actually wanted to do because I just couldn't bear the fact of living in a gross room with a perfectly made bed. And the bed doesn't have to be super perfect. I know there's some uncreased folds in here, but it's tucked in. You can't pull out the blanket easily and it looks good. Like a military style bed. You don't want to just flop over the blanket and call it good. That's not the purpose. The point is to create a habit that helps you manage tasks easier. Because if you can do this simple thing, making your bed first thing you do in the morning, imagine how much easier it is when you clean your room. I stopped complaining about doing the hard things. Before, everything felt like an inconvenience. Taking out the trash, doing my homework, cleaning up after myself. I would drag my feet and complain the whole time. But now everything feels manageable because I'd already done the hardest thing in my day. Waking up and making my bed while I'm exhausted as hell and I don't want to. Making your bed doesn't change your life because beds are important. It changes your life because it proves to you that you can do hard things, even when you don't want to. It is the first decision that you do every single day. Are you going to fix your bed, or are you not going to fix your bed? And it sets the tone for everything else. If you're struggling with getting things done, or you're putting things off, just try this. Make your bed every single morning for 1 week. I know this sounds really simple, but trust me, it works. Let me know in the comments if you're going to try this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.